Riney's unique body of work celebrates, implicitly if not flat out, the American spirit and voice. Often his own deep honey-coated voiceover for Saturn Cars, Crocker Bank, Alamo Car Rentals, Henry Weinhard Beers, Gallo, and Morning in America for Ronald Reagan's re-election campaign. Riney's words and pictures conveyed sincerity, warmth, and credibility. After rebuilding his late father's outdoor advertising business in Atlanta, Turner acquired a failing independent TV station in 1970, successfully upgraded its programming, and bought Major League Baseball's Atlanta Braves franchise. Recognizing cable TV's potential, he ignored newsayers and rented satellite transmission time to transform WTBS into the nation's first cable superstation. WTBS aired baseball and commercials across the land. Claude Hopkins believed advertising existed only to sell something. His copy, notably his Schlitz beer slogan, "The beer that made Milwaukee famous," led Lord & Thomas's Albert Lasker to hire him in 1907 for $185,000 a year. Hopkins insisted copywriters acquire detailed knowledge of client products and produce brief, dry reason why copy. A brilliant copywriter, Rosenshine began his BBDO career in 1965 and by 1986 rose to chairman of what was called BBDO International. Recognizing the importance of meeting the Saatchi Brothers Global Agency Network challenge in the mid-80s, Rosenshine conducted intensive, secrecy-cloaked merger talks that culminated in April 1986 with the so-called Big Bang, a merger that created the Omnicom Group, the world's largest three-network conglomerate consisting of BBDO and the merged Needham Harper Worldwide and Doyle Dane Bernbach, plus a diversified agency services unit to hold smaller operations. Kroc fundamentally altered America's and the world's eating habits as he successfully advertised and championed quality value for McDonald's burgers, fries, shakes. He also raised fast food industry standards. A salesman of milkshake mixers, Kroc was so impressed in 1954 by the original McDonald's in San Bernardino, California. He made a franchise deal. By 1961, when he bought out the McDonald's brothers, he was operating hundreds of McDonald's units. The quality standards Hall applied to brand naming his greeting cards would later rub off on network TV through the Hallmark Hall of Fame, specials that began airing in 1951. Pre-Hall, greeting cards were commodity items, deemed unsuited for branding because card names were hidden. Her copy for Clairol built the hair coloring industry. Considering copy to be a direct conversation with the consumer, she suggestively asked in 1956, "Does she or doesn't she?" Only her hairdresser knows for sure. Clairol sales increased by 413% in 6 years as more than 50% of U.S. adult women began using hair color, up from 7%. A copywriter who influenced ad makers worldwide, Gossage drifted into advertising at age 36 in San Francisco and opened his agency in 1957 to create riveting conversations with consumers. Gossage's copy served Land Rover, Scientific American's International Paper Airplane Competition, Eagle Shirts, Paul Mason Wines, Beethoven Sweatshirts, the Sierra Club, Qantas Airways, and Petrofina Oil Company. For more than 50 years, John Capel served as one of advertising's most effective copywriters. Capels mastered results-oriented mail-order copy at Ruth Ruff and Ryan, where he wrote arguably the 20th century's most successful such ad. After selling his Hyatt roller bearing company to a struggling General Motors in 1916 and assuming the GM presidency, this trained draftsman installed his revolutionary standard procedures concept. His market-oriented rules for defining management effectiveness enabled GM to overtake Henry Ford's auto company. Sloan's experiences, theories, and personal customer-based research inspired marketing strategy and led to the separate Chevrolet, Buick, Oldsmobile, and Cadillac lines aimed at different consumer pocketbooks and tastes. The world's highest paid female executive and advertising's first international superstar, Ohio native Mary Wells Lawrence generated Hollywood-scale media buzz for years. Her glamour, lifestyle, taste, and advertising legend status stemmed from her achievements during the 60s and 70s at McCann Erickson, Doyle Dane Bernbach, and Interpublic's Jack Tinker and Partners. Lee Clow emerged during the last quarter century as successor to Doyle Dane Bernbach's Bob Gage as advertising's art director guru. With his low-key, casual manner belying his hard work ethic, the bearded adman in flip-flops leadership style has brought TBWA Chat Day virtually every national and international award and honor, including Ad Age's Agency of the Decade for the 1980s. A child of missionaries, Luce left the Chicago Daily News in 1923 to start Time, and with it, launched his innovative, influential magazine career. Luce's weekly news magazine introduced terse, personality-based, attitudinal new journalism. In 1930, his startup Fortune introduced investigative, analytical, highly literate monthly articles that examined business society issues. Life, arriving in 1936, was Luce's pioneering weekly that advanced photojournalism, printing, production, and paper technology. His 3 periodicals, plus Sports Illustrated, established Luce as America's most influential publisher of the century and formed the basis of today's Time Warner Media empire. At Saatchi & Saatchi, Sorel, the third brother, designed and carried out Saatchi's legendary agency acquisitions. A Londoner with degrees in economics from Cambridge and Harvard universities, financial whiz Sorel privately invested in WPP in 1985, a British wire shopping cart maker, and joined it full-time in 1986. There, he began to acquire below-the-line advertising-related companies, and in 1987 stunned the agency world with his $566 million hostile takeover of J. Walter Thompson Company. The future founder of BBDO first popularized the Harvard Classics 5-foot bookshelf with his direct response copy. BBDO hired college grads capable of writing hard-hitting copy. Barton's 1925 bestseller, The Man Nobody Knows, portraying Jesus Christ as salesman or adman, led to newspaper columns, other books, and a political career. After surviving a sensational blackmail scandal, Barton returned to BBDO in 1940 to finish his career.